Hey everybody, today I'm going to take you on a wonderful adventure on how to repair a closet bifold door. Let's take a look at this door and what happened and contain your excitement to the very end. This is not clickbait. It is clickbait. Here we go. This is one panel of a bifold door. It's to a kitchen pantry. Here is some hardware and you're going to notice some damage. This is where an original pin was put into the door and the pin probably cracked and broke out of place. And then they upgraded the hardware, which is pretty decent hardware actually. And there's a screw put in place over there and the screw worked itself out too. So now we're left with something that can't take a screw or a pin very well and hold its place. There's cracking going on there. Now a bifold door has a piece of wood. It's a hollow core door on the inside and it usually has wood along its border, probably 3/4 inch on the sides, and if you're lucky, an inch or an inch and a half going along the top. So you could do a very time consuming thing, cut this wood out. It's very not much fun. So we're going to go an easy route, and that is to plug up the hole with a dowel. Here are the dowel pins I'm going to use. You can buy these at any hardware store. And we're going to fill in all the gaps here. We're going to drill this a little bit bigger, put a little bit smaller of a dowel in this hole. We'll take the hardware off. We'll let it set with wood glue, and then it should be good to go, and it should be able to hold this screw again for this door hardware. It should be a pretty simple fix. So with these bifold doors, it's very possible to fix these over and over again. They're just not meant to stand the test of time, and sometimes this hardware for closet doors can give you quite a problem. So let's fix it up. All right. First step is to remove the old hardware. That's easy. I'm probably going to fill up this hole too, probably with another trick. Okay, first dealing with this hole here, we're going to use a 1/2 inch dowel pin and it works pretty smooth. It's nice and tight in there the way I want it to. Maybe. No. Do you see how the wood's opening up there? That is going to be too big. So we need to drill that out with a 1/2 inch drill bit. This is going to be opened up with a 3/4 inch drill bit, 3/8 inch, sorry. Oh, that is not going to cooperate with me with the wood splitting. Well, we'll make it cooperate. Could be a 2-stage process here. Clamp those down so that wood doesn't keep expanding. Here's the 1/2 inch dowel pin again. Yeah, it's pretty tight. We're gonna have to drill that out a little bit. Let's go nice and slow. Hopefully it'll work fine. Oops. Now we're gonna glue this up really well. And we're going to push it almost all the way in. We'll cut it off eventually. I'm going to put some glue. Not only on the pin, we'll put a lot of glue on for sure. For sure. Make sure it holds well. I'll put some in here. That's about all it's going to do. All right, so this customer, this was not staying on the track. They're just looking for a quick fix. We're not going to spend too much time and make it pretty. We're going to make sure it's solid for sure. All right, now there is some gaps there. That's just a little bit. I'm going to fill this in and then this in. We're going to use some toothpicks and glue, and that way you can kind of use toothpicks like shims for the hole. And then we'll also try to fill that in too. Well, structure that's not going to matter too much, so we'll fill in everything for the customer so it's kind of like a new slab. Let's do that. The idea is to pack the holes in as much as you can. It just happens. Let's see if I can fit another one in somewhere. I sound like Bob Ross here a little bit. Not too much. Pretty little toothpick. Boop. And we'll pack this hole in with Alright, so we're going to let this set for a couple of hours. We'll come back and shave everything flush, sand it down, and use some wood putty to fill in some smaller cracks. Alright, I've given this a couple of hours to cure. It's mostly cured, and so we're going to, it's not going to disturb things if I cut these off. So we're going to take the clamps off again, and then with a utility knife for probably these, maybe we'll try this little job here. This is like a flush cut saw, I guess is what you would call it. I just bought this recently. The benefits of this is it's very flexible, so if you are cutting something like dowel rods or toothpicks from a situation like this, this bends to form the surface, so and you can tip it back a little bit so you're not going to actually cut into the surface if you have a regular like hand saw or something like that. There's also like multi-tools you can use and stuff like this, but this I would highly recommend if you are a brand new DIYer. This is something you don't use once in a while, but if you have it, it's really nice. You can use this on bottoms of door jambs and things like that when you're doing flooring. It's just nice to have, especially if you want to get into a little bit more woodworking, having something like this. It's got fine teeth on one side for something like this. And then if you're going through lumber, it's got coarse teeth over here. So you got to get in here and see this. Alright, next step is probably not necessary, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to put some wood putty, wood filler in here, let it harden, and then we're going to give it a good sand. Alright, this is wood filler. I just started using this. So far so good, I guess. Looking for something that's going to resemble the hardness of wood. Can be stainable and things like that. Again, probably unnecessary because this is the top of the closet. Nobody's going to see anything, but to give it a good finish, I don't like those cracks right there. That's it. Let it harden, and I'll be back to sand it. Alright, it's break time. While I'm waiting for that wood putty to dry, we got the kids and a bunch of neighborhood kids fishing. I'm going to check out what they're doing.
The barb was like bigger than most of the fish on the Irish before you took it down.
Poor fish.
Let's go, babe. Come on. Yeah, you're gonna
There are the kids playing in the sewage water. Just kidding. It's from a river. This is like 2 or 3 feet deep.
That's my first step of the day. Don't do that, dude.
Hey, good job catching that log, man. Come back! Don't leave! Alright, time to sand it up with my homemade sanding block. If you're interested in how to make one of these, I can make a video if you're interested. If anybody's hanging out still, we're going to sand it down. We're going to lose some of the stain, but it's the top, again, top of the closet. Don't need the hard stuff. Sand it down. Now we're going to pre-drill for our screws, for our hardware. We're going to assemble that back on. Goes like that. Oh yeah, pretty big screw, right? Okay, no splitting like that. Go nice and slow to make sure it has a chance to grip the wood. There you go. Hardware's in. It's pretty solid and secure. And all that's left is to pop it back into place. There we go. You can do a lot of things with hollow core doors. You can remove these strips with a lot of practice and if you're careful. And you can like resize the doors a little bit if they're too big. Obviously, if you have to do a lot of cutting downs, solid core entry doors or even closet doors are the way to go. But bifold doors are inexpensive for a reason, the hollow core ones. And yeah, you can still work with them. You just have to be a little bit careful. So, as I said, I was trying to do something that is sturdy and is going to last over time and not start from square one because it is a bifold door, trying to save the customer a little bit of time. This really only took me about 20 minutes total in all. So that's what we were kind of shooting for. If you get another idea, something that you could do just as well or better in 20 minutes, pop in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it because I can get better reading some of your comments. All right, until next time, peace out. Keep it classy, San Diego, and we'll see you in the next video.